What's going on, guys? Joel Robinson here. You know what time it is. 4th of July Fireworks Show Prep, Part 3. Alright, in this video we're finally going to get to labeling our product. Hopefully we get through all that and maybe we can start assembling some ground effect boards. Let's get into it. Alright, so these are all of our slice cakes we're using this year. There's 27 of them this year. Large variety of 7 shots, 13 shots, some 15 shots, and then 1 ghost sweep. I only wish I had another ghost sweep. So, several different varieties here. For example, this is a 7 shot. This is a photo flash. So what this is, if you're not familiar, instead of a report, it's just a flash of light in the sky. So we're going to try to time this to a specific lyric this year, which is lightning. So on the lightning beat, I'm hoping to hit these in the sky to make a flash look like lightning. No thunder, so I didn't worry about the noise. Anyway, just want to show you that we actually have a fairly large number of slices this year. Okay, let's go start looking at the single shots and start labeling. Okay, if you've been following the channel for a while, you might know what labels are. If you have not, I'm going to briefly cover that. So the scripting software we use, and every scripting software I'm familiar with for fireworks, is able to generate a label. So the label tells us a few pieces of information. So let's look at this guy right here. So this label tells us the channel, which in this case is 5, which will be the channel of our firing system. The cue, in this case 4. Position, which is 3. The angle, which you'll see it even goes right or left. You'll see the one above it is going left, the one below it's going right. You'll see a negative means left, positive means right, and then that's the angle, 25 degrees. And then down here at the bottom it tells us what the firework is, in this case, yellow star comet. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the labels off of this sheet, and for the single shots like this guy, I like to put them on top or somewhere on the side. See, we put a bunch of these into a rack together, so sometimes being on top is just easier for us to see what is going on. But you'll see, like when I do that, it wraps the angle. So that's why sometimes I also like to put it on the side. But anyway, we're going to go through and do that with every single one of our fireworks. Just put the label on it, so that way we know exactly where it needs to be. So I might come back and print another set of address labels here, and the main reason for that is we have the one on the physical fireworks, so we know exactly where it needs to be. However, what we're going to do is I'm going to rack all of my single shots before the show. So I'm going to have a pod of maybe 18 of these in one rack. I'm also going to have the electric match installed, so there's going to be a bunch of wires hanging about. However, I'm not going to land the wires, which is the process of plugging the wire into the module, until we get on the shoot site. So what you're going to have is you're going to have 18 of these effects with a bunch of wires everywhere. And to keep the wires straight, now obviously you can follow the wire back to the device, but to keep it straight on the plug side, I might take another label, fold it over the wire, which is called flagging it, so that way on the end that you plug into the module, you also have a label. It just makes it easier and less chance of plugging in something wrong. Last year I actually had 2 effects that I plugged backwards. No one would probably ever notice that except for me, the person that designed the show. However, when the show actually fired, I caught it live and I was so disappointed. So just little things like that are going to help us reduce errors. So some important details, we are doing 7 positions this year instead of 5. I'm not sure why I increased the number of positions, but at this point we're not going back, so it is what it is. Now, if I would have stuck with 5, it just would have made it easier because I already have all of my single shot racks and everything ready for 5 positions, but with 7 I'm going to have to get strategic and make a few additional ones. Since I'm not using a ton of angles this year, we should be able to, using some of those holders from Spirit of 76, we should be able to make some additional racks that we need. Each position is going to be spaced out approximately 45 feet. I originally wanted to do more, but the space with a tree that I thought was smaller just doesn't allow for more distance. Originally I was thinking like 65 feet, somewhere in there. Just to give us a really nice room for our cakes to break in the sky and whatnot. But even with 7 positions, I might have position 2, 4, and 6 all firing at the same time. So it's not like I'm firing 40 feet apart. I might be still firing 90 feet apart between cakes or more. But some of the single shots, some of my strobes, things like that, I might have going at every position. So it should be quite fun. So anyway, I'm just going to continue on labeling all of my stuff and separating out by positions. That's what I'm doing here, is all these are different positions. Alright guys, here are all of our single shots and ground effects. Got a bunch of mines this year, a few comets, a few flames, strobes, and gerbs. Again, 7 different positions. So all of the mines, all these guys are all straight up. So that's going to make my setup job a lot easier. There are a few angles, like these tall ones here at an angle, but it still should make my life easier. I do have to build a few additional racks to accommodate the additional positions. We'll probably do that in part 4, I think. But anyway, at this point, we are going to move on and start addressing and sorting all of my single shot 60 millimeters. I have not actually used these in a show before, and I have a lot in this year's show. So the good news with these is, since it's a single shot, I can use this for more precise timing rather than cakes. That's why I have a bunch of them this year. So I'm actually really excited to use those. So let's continue on labeling those, and then we'll hit the cakes and the slices. Alright, we finished labeling all of our 60 millimeter single shots as well. There's like 36 in this year's show. So now we got to go finish labeling all of the cakes and the slices. Alright guys, we're going to stop there for tonight. It might not seem like we're getting a ton of stuff done, but we actually are. You're watching this video a day after I record it, so technically I have Friday after work as well as all day Saturday in order to set up on my end. So my show is on the physical 4th, so I'll post the show footage on the 5th and the setup video on the 6th, and then I'll be posting your stash video on the 7th. So if you haven't submitted your pictures for your stash, make sure to do that by the 5th. So tomorrow I'm hoping that we can start building our single shot racks. I know that's probably going to be a majority of the work I have to do. And then Saturday, anything else I have remaining, including all my shell racks for the finale. I will be doing shells in the finale, similar to last year. That was really popular, so I'm doing that again. So anyways, one other note. So for the stash video, everyone that submits is entered into a drawing. Some of the drawing prizes will be things like merch. On that note, if anyone is interested in purchasing merch, let me know in the comments. I haven't really explored like a website or anything like that, but I do have some stuff available, so if anyone's interested, we might be able to talk. Anyways, as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow.